Welcome back to the Virtuous Woman Show. If you're joining us for the first time, I'm seated here with a beautiful friend of mine. Her name is Josphine, and we are talking about the current situation in our nation, whereby we've seen a lot of our teenage girls getting pregnant. So Josphine, can you please address the issue of the psychological effects, and then we get into know how, as parents, as the society, as the church, we can support our teenage girls that are getting pregnant.
Okay. Thank you very much, Reverend. As we said earlier, there is that shock.
Yeah.
There is that what has happened. Then sleepless nights, wondering, what do I do? What will happen to my parents? What will they say? What will my friends say? What will happen to my school?
Yes.
Stress creeps in. And with the stress, there may be many other things like related blood pressure from pregnancy. So you are already having a new shape. That is physical. Right. I don't like myself. I don't like my protrusion. I don't like the way I'm feeling. Morning sickness. I don't like this. So the teenage gets both physical and mental stresses. They don't attend prenatal clinic. So health-wise, they are not healthy. They don't eat healthy because they have not shared with anybody to know, I need to take milk.
Yes.
I need some calcium tablets. So you find the teenagers without teeth because all the calcium has been consumed by the newborn baby. So they have the health issues. They have the mental issues. They start wondering. They start thinking, harming themselves. Maybe I need to get rid of this baby. Maybe I need to run away. Maybe I need to kill myself. So you see, the thought process changes, become very bitter with themselves. I spent the whole night thinking about killing. So in the morning, you want us to talk about life? To talk about great things around us?
Can we laugh together?
There is hopelessness in them. How is my tomorrow?
Yes.
What will this baby eat?
Yes.
And particularly like now, if there is no responsible father who is saying, I'm with you all the way, I will take care, then that becomes another issue. And if the responsible one is another teenage who is saying, mention me, you will see. I even knew you used to move with so-and-so, so don't leave me out of this game. That's why they never even say who is responsible, because sometimes they don't even know who is responsible.
You're right.
They are not sure.
Oh my God.
Yes.
What about how can we, as the church, how can we, as parents or persons of interest, come in to support those that have gotten pregnant, or those that are also not even pregnant, but they are listening and they're watching, and they are seeing that there's a lot of uncertainty in this in the society because teenage girls are getting pregnant.
Parents, the church, the society have all different responsibilities, but all their responsibilities are adding up to one thing: support for this teenage mother.
Yes.
This teenage mother needs encouragement, because we have to create a very clear difference between the child and the activity that brought the child. Those are two things. Once the child is there, that is a child like any other child born in wedlock. That's a child.
The child is innocent.
The child is innocent. The child is whole as any other. So we should, the parents should come in giving support. They will not congratulate the child, but they should not severely damage the child with quarrels, with getting annoyed, because it will not help. So they should provide support. Medication, provide for finances for medication, provide a safe environment, encouragement, training and telling them what happens when one is expecting, how to carry yourself. The society should come in, like the medical field should come in, help the child in getting the right medication, the calcium and the rest, help this teenage also attend antenatal clinic, train them on how to take care of the baby, how to take care of the pregnancy, how to live with the baby, and how to love the baby, because they have to love the baby. They have to be helped to love the baby. Because to begin with, you are not good. How did you come in? I didn't want you. Then the church has to play that role of, when it comes to those who are not expectant, the moral role of let's be upright. Training in the church. I think there has been a research where those people who have been in the church are saved from teenage pregnancy because they went through the training, being told not just for here, even where we are going. So they are helped. So what we are saying is that this teenage requires support at this particular time. Assurance of it is possible to go back to school. Let there be an arrangement. Because if we don't, this will become a societal problem. The child has a child, then that child will have another child, and this will become a vicious cycle. So we need to do something right now before things go haywire. If a teenager is taken back to school, they can make it in life. They'll get the money to take care of their child. If they don't go to school, that child will not go to school. The next child will not go to school. The next child will not have economic empowerment.
If I heard you very well, you talked about us receiving the child and not the act that brought the child. So do you think we have, as parents or as the society or as the church, do we have wrong preconceived ideas about these teenagers?
We don't even understand them. We don't even understand what they are going through. You'll hear a parent saying, you go doing this with the boys. They'll say very bad things. The teenage is already injured. What are you doing to the injury? Pricking the injury. And you are damaging the child. So we imagine that they are very happy to be expectant. No, they are not happy. They were only happy that moment. But now they are not happy. They are a stressed lot. So we don't understand the youths. We think when they spend time in the media, we don't understand them. And to understand them is to listen to them. And I think that is very important because it takes care of any other concern that we may have. If a parent is listening to the teenage, listening means I look at my teenage. So I will know when my teenage has gone silent. I will know when my teenage has a new friend. I will know when my teenage physical appearance is changing. But if I don't look, I will also be able to notice that my child is getting agitated. My child is getting confrontational.
There's some changes.
So there are some changes. When I notice that, then immediately I say,
can we talk?
Can we talk? But you can't invite them to talk at teenage. You have to invite them from birth. You talk, you play, you engage, you do everything else so that at teenage they will not say, why am I being asked for a talk now? Why now? Is there a problem? So by the time they come, the break is already on. Don't ask me about my friends. Don't ask me about what I did. There will be no dialogue.
And I can see time is really going. But I'm thinking about these teenagers because the teenagers again of nowadays are very different. They know how to take after pills. After they have the sexual acts, they advise one another. What do you think is the future of marriages, strong marriages, us building strong marriages in future, if this thing is not handled properly?
As the parents, as the church, as the society, we have to make our choice. What is our issue? Our issue is teenage pregnancy. Is the issue teenage pregnancy or engaging in premarital sex? So we have to be sure. Once we are sure what our issue is, we address the issue of premaritals, engaging in premarital sex. That's where we shall come in forcibly. Today, as a counselor, I'm encouraging what we call life skill training. In life skill training, you are able to converse and talk with a teenager. It is not, thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do this. It is not working anymore. It is dialoguing. We expose each other to the knowledge of premarital sex. Then finally we say, okay, young man, young girl, can you really tell me what you think about this? Yeah, I think it is not good. I think then at the end they're able to come up with their own plan. Then we assist them. So we come in with a backup. With that knowledge, then it can be used to take care of the premarital. Because if I tell them, you can use the after pill, you can use the condom. Not that I'm against that, but what are we telling them? take the license to have sex.
Yes, continue living in,
Does that mean they are safe?
No.
I take the after pill, but did I take care of the other diseases that may come? Did I take care of my mental feelings? Because after you have had sex with Onyango, with Kamau, with the James, that also affects you. It affects your marriage. That sex involvement affects your marriage. Get married, Kamau is comparing Jane with Mary, and Jane is comparing. So getting through becomes a real challenge. We took care of our pregnancy, we didn't get pregnant. But when we get married, how are we? Does it mean those after pills, if Panadol has an effect if I keep taking, who tells me that the after pill will not have an effect? It's medication.
It is medication, you're right. So what's your advice to parents that have teenage girls at home during this COVID-19 season, and not only during COVID-19 season, even beyond, because this is something that we are looking to help our teenage girls even beyond COVID-19.
Yes.
What's your advice to that mother at home who has a teenage girl?
The mother and even the society, all they need to do is know before the COVID-19 what was this teenage involved in. School, entertainment, friends, and the rest. So at home, I should now look for a program that will help them still be able to have a schedule that can fully involve them. Some of the parents, I'm advising them, you can give your house help leave, paid leave, so that the youths are properly occupied. So that from morning to evening they are occupied. There is time for reading, time for watching the television, time to be in the media. But don't tell them, no media, no anything. So what do I do? In fact, they do like this. So what do I do? I'm not supposed to be involved in this. So it's just a matter of understanding what the needs of the teenage is. Then we look for a problem together with the teenage. Then we have a kind of an agreement. Because if it's going to take long, the teenagers do not have that threshold of waiting and waiting and waiting. We need to come up with a program that is going to involve them, that is going to make them active. They have a lot of psychic energy. It has to be used.
Channeled
if it's not
in the
used,
right direction.
If they are in the media, we need some kind of direction. This is good. You know, the media, I call it a supermarket. There is everything. But you take that which does not belong to you. You have a problem with hyperacidity. You take yeast bread, you will definitely suffer. So we need to tell them, pornography is not good. Violence is not good. So we need to let them understand and get it right. Then we will be there.
Good.
Yes, that education is key.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
You've heard for yourself. We need to create time to talk to our youths. We need to educate them. We need to understand them. And when we understand them, please, we need to work with them. And we are not going to understand them when they get to 15 years. No, we need to start talking to them when they are still young. And then when we take care of the root, the fruit will take care of itself. This has been the Virtuous Woman Show. And I want to end by telling you, do not keep silent. If you're a mother at home, do not keep silent. Like Mordecai told Esther, if you think you can keep quiet at such a time as this, when your people are in trouble, let me tell you, you and your people will perish, but help will come for the Jews. And I want to tell you this, if you're a mother and you keep silent on this issue of sex, talking to your children about it, you know what? They will perish. But let me tell you something, the next generation will not be impacted. We want to end by telling you that we love you. May the Lord keep your children safe. May the Lord guard our children. And we want to decree and declare that our children will not engage in premarital sex when we speak to them. May the Lord bless you and may the Lord keep you good. Until we meet next Sunday, stay blessed. Shalom.